I am just saying, if they're planning on covering that bizarre story, we could definitely bring a unique angle to it.
Unique angle? Bob, this is Gert and Hanks we're talking about. They'll probably turn it into another one of their intergalactic conspiracy
Speak
theories.
of the extraterrestrial. Debbie's here to grace us with their ethereal presence.
Size can't start the show without some reminder of the terrestrial. Anyway, we need a solid plan today to keep the spotlight on us.
Ladies, gentlemen, and all sentient beings tuned in across the cosmos, welcome to another riveting episode of Earth. Now, let's dive into today's antics. But first, don't forget to catch the headlines from El Tiempo in Colombia after the break.
Oh, joy! Another round of global news update, just what we need.
So, let's get started, folks. Hold on to your star charts and stay tuned for our headlines.
The war in Ukraine continues, with no end in sight. The United States and its allies have imposed severe sanctions on Russia. But the war has had a devastating impact on the Ukrainian people.
Welcome, dear listeners, to another thrilling episode of Earth, where we unravel the mysteries of a planet that seems to have forgotten the meaning of a smooth ride. Buckle up, folks, we're diving into the chaos.
Global economy is facing headwinds from rising inflation, supply chain disruptions, and the war in Ukraine. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the global economy could experience a recession in 2023.
Yes, the economic ballet, where inflation pirouettes, supply chains tango, and the war waltzes its way into the mix. Who needs stability when you have unpredictability?
The climate
right?
crisis is worsening, with more extreme weather events happening around the world. The latest IPCC report warned that we are running out of time to avert the worst effect of climate change.
Ladies and gentlemen, Earth's climate seems to be taking a page from its own disaster Nobel. Maybe the title should be Weather Gone Wild, a global fiasco, but hey, who doesn't love a thrilling plot twist? Top global news headlines.
Russia-Ukraine war. Shelling continues in eastern Ukraine, as ceasefire talks stall. The shelling of Ukrainian cities continued on Wednesday, as ceasefire talks between Russia and Ukraine stalled. The United Nations said that more than 10 million people have fled their homes in Ukraine since
the war that
began.
just keeps on giving. I'm starting to think they are playing a cosmic game of who can outlast whom. And by the way, bets are now open in the Andromeda Galaxy.
US economy. Inflation hits 1%, highest in 40 years. Inflation in the United States hit 1% in June, the highest level in 40 years. The Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates by another 75 basis points in July in an effort to cool the economy.
Oh, the economy, much like a roller coaster, only with higher stakes and fewer safety measures. They say lies about UPS and downs. I think they were talking about the stock market.
China, heavy rain cause flooding in central China, killing at least 12 people. Heavy rain have caused flooding in central China, killing at least 12 people and displacing thousands more. The rain have also caused widespread damage
Mother
to
Nature's symphony
infrastructure.
strikes again, with heavy percussion and a splash of dramatic flair. Now playing flood of emotions in the central region. Encore anyone. Highlights of specific noteworthy events.
The United States and China held their first high-level talks since the war in Ukraine began. The talks, held in Bali, Indonesia, aimed at de-escalating tensions between the two countries. However, no major breakthroughs were
Diplomacy
achieved.
takes the stage, and the script reads tensions. Tensions everywhere, and a round of applause for Bali, for being the backdrop to conversations that could probably use some sand, sun, and sanity.
The United Nations Security Council held a meeting on the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. The meeting was called by the United States and its allies to highlight the need for more assistance to the Ukrainian people. The Security Council also called for an immediate ceasefire. Yeah. Sand, sun, and sanity. Just what you need when you're trying to negotiate with a nuclear power.
The Security Council, Earth's version of a support group for countries facing a never-ending soap opera. More Earth, less bombs might be their collective chant. Anyone bringing the popcorn?
The World Health Organization warned that the monkeypox outbreak is a serious threat to global health. The WHO said that the outbreak has spread to more than 60 countries and that the virus is now considered to be endemic in some countries. The WHO is calling for more investment in research and development of vaccine and treatments for monkeypox.
Just when you thought the plot couldn't get any wilder, enter the monkeypox, coming soon to a city near you. So, folks, keep your hands sanitized and your sense of humor intact. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Well, Debbie, you've really outdone yourself with the ensemble today. Are we in for a history lesson?
Oh, well, I thought it would be fun to spice things up a bit.
Speaking of things that spice up life, did anyone catch that memo about?
Memo? I've been crunching numbers, and I have a strong feeling that today's news is going to lead us straight into a cosmic catastrophe.
Oh, come on, Karl. Lighten up a bit. We're here to bring the universe the latest from Earth, not
Hanks
predict
right.
Armageddon.
And speaking of latest news, let's dive into our first story. We're taking you to Colombia, folk. According to El Tiempo, 6 men have been captured for robbing home in Chia.
Well, it seems the housing market in Cha has a new category, burglar friendly. I guess they are really trying to boost their property values by stealing everything.
Colombia, where even criminals have a taste for real estate. But let's not miss the real story here.
Indeed, Hank. The real story is that even thieves are joining the housing frenzy. Who knew it would come to this?
Now, let's not be too harsh on them. Maybe they just wanted a change of scenery from their usual hideouts.
In all seriousness, it's concerning to see crime affecting communities. But it's also a reminder that social issues need our attention, not just the headlines.
In my home galaxy we have a saying, when homes are robbed, it's time to invite the neighborhood for tea. Oh, the misunderstandings that would arise on Earth with that.
Yeah, good. I don't think inviting thieves for tea is quite the Earth
Well,
solution.
while Earth might not be ready for that approach, we'll keep you all updated on the unfolding situation in Cha. But first, let's test your Earth knowledge with some Colombian trivia.
And welcome back, space travelers. We hope you've refueled your sense of curiosity during the break. Because we're diving into some deeper news waters now.
That's right, Alice. And our next stop is Congo, where it seems the Ministry of Economy and Finance is on a mission to give us all a crash course in investing across its 12
Bob,
departments.
giving the controls a break? I think the viewers prefer our banter over a flashing 400 for error.
Just adding a little excitement to the news, Alice. Keep everyone on their toes.
Well, speaking of excitement, let's talk about this Congo initiative. According to La Semaine Africaine, the ministry is putting together a brochure titled Investing in the 12 Departments of Congo.
Investing in the 12 departments of Congo? That sounds like a great way to lose all your money.
A brochure Charlie? Is that like a souvenir pamphlet you pick up after visiting a tourist attraction?
Well, sort of. Except this one's all about encouraging investment in different regions of Congo. They are aiming to bolster their economy and make things more inclusive. Ambitious move.
But the real question is, can they bridge the gap between the have and have-nots? It's like trying to share a slice of
You're right,
intergalactic
Alice.
space cake.
Congo has its own challenges, from equality to environmental concerns. But it's fascinating to see them proactively addressing these issues.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the diversity of resources and potentials that lie within those departments. It's like an untapped treasure trove waiting to be explored.
Exploring untapped resources or exploiting them for profit.
How are you doubting the genuine intentions here?
Oh, Charlie, my intentions might be a mystery, but history has a tendency to repeat itself.
Karl, always the voice of sunshine and rainbows. While Karl brews up a storm of skepticism, Congo is making strides to shape its future. And whether it's a successful endeavor or not, it's a step towards
And who
progress.
knows, maybe in a few years, Earth will be sending its own intergalactic souvenir brochures. Invest in Mars, where the red rocks meet print dollars.
Oh, guys, I think.
Not now, Debbie. We're on a cosmic roll. And welcome back, fellow cosmic travelers. We're about to take you on a wild ride through.
I am not sure if I am a cosmic traveler. But I am definitely on a wild ride listening to you too.
Wait a minute, Charlie. Is that a feather boa you're wearing?
Oh, yeah. Thought I'd add a little flair to the show. Gotta keep things interesting, you know.
Well, I must say, Charlie, it's quite the unexpected twist.
Alright, let's get back on track. Speaking of twist, we have an article from Costa Rica, and it's
Yeah,
quite the
I
trial.
am not surprised that Charlie found a way to twist things. He's a master of the unexpected.
21 people, including former Panamanian ministers, are on trial for alleged corruption and money laundering during the administration of former President Ricardo Martinelli.
And the plot thickens, I see.
So, apparently, some 21 former ministers, are getting a trial for corruption and laundering money in Panama. Wait, no, it's in Costa Rica, or maybe both?
Alice, it's Costa Rica. They're on trial for corruption during Martinelli's presidency.
Thanks, Debbie. Just testing you all, you know. Keeping you sharp.
Well, that was a wild interpretation, Alice.
But let's get back to the trial. Corruption and money laundering. It's like a space opera right here on Earth.
Indeed, Hank. It's a stark reminder that the pursuit of power sometimes takes a dark turn. And this trial could shed light on some intricate political maneuvers.
But let's not forget, folks, that while some are tangled up in these legal webs, there are plenty of everyday heroes doing their part for a better world.
Just as long as they don't accidentally launder their socks with their money, right?
Better not to have any socks to launder in the first place.
Speaking of twists, Alice, have you ever thought about where our show is headed? I mean, in the grand cosmic scheme of things.
Well, Charlie, as long as we're informing and entertaining our intergalactic audience, it's a we're doing our part. Why do you ask?
Just between us, I heard some whispers from the network HQ. New faces, fresh ideas. The possibility of being replaced.
Replaced? Are they serious? We're the heart and soul of this show.
Oh, drama behind the scenes. Now, that's some breaking news. Well, if they're replacing us, I guess that means we're not the heart and soul of the show anymore. But hey, at least we're still the punchline.
Charlie, we've got to stay ahead of the game. Maybe spice things up a bit, keep the cosmic fire alive.
You're right, Alice. Let's show them that we've got more twists than a black hole's gravitational
Well,
pull.
viewers, whether it's courtroom twist or B1 the scene shake-up, we're here to keep you informed and
And speaking
AMUSD.
of twists, did you know that Costa Rica is known for its beautiful beaches and lush rainforests? Not to mention,
I hate to break it to you, Charlie, but we've already had our country trivia for
my
the day.
bad. I guess I just couldn't resist another twist.
I guess that's why they call it Costa Rica. Waka waka. Because it's always trying to sleep one past you.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Now, let's dive into a story that's raising some eyebrows and stirring up controversy.
That's right. We've got a headline from Croatia that's got people talking and tempers flaring.
Israeli businessman and journalist condemn Gazette dello Sport for calling Bosnian club HSK. Zrinjski
Well,
a
that's a
Nazi
heavy
team.
accusation. You know, I've heard of sports rivalries, but this is something else.
The article claims that the Bosnian club's name and the use of a flag once associated with the Croatian Ustaz movement have sparked controversy. But some are saying the article's painting with a pretty broad brush.
That's quite a paint job if you ask me. But you know, Alice, sports have always been a battlefield of passion.
Right, Charlie. Because nothing says friendly competition like invoking Nazi history.
Speaking of history, did you know that Croatia has a rich cultural heritage?
Thanks, Debbie, but we're diving into this controversy right now. Now, let's talk to Earth correspondent Eva, who was on the scene to get the scoop.
Thanks, Alice. I'm here outside the Zrinjski Stadium, where fans and players alike are expressing their frustration over these accusations.
It's not like soccer fans have a reputation for being rational and calm.
Frustration. Or just playing defense, Eva.
Well, Charlie, it's a mix of both. The club's officials are emphasizing that their name and symbol have historical significance unrelated to Nazism. Fans here feel misrepresented and they want the world to know their side of the story.
And what about the response from the Israeli businessman and journalist who condemned the article?
They're standing up for balanced reporting and calling out the harmful generalization. They believe that the club and its fans shouldn't be tarnished with such a label.
It's a tricky situation, Alice. On one hand, we've got sports enthusiasts. On the other, a history that can't be ignored.
Indeed, Charlie. It's a reminder that words carry weight, especially in the realm of sport. So, folk, whether you're cheering for the game or raising awareness about sensitive topic, remember that every
And
voice
sometimes,
matters.
in the midst of the cheers and jeers, we can find common ground to tackle issues head
but
on.
it's hard to find the common ground when everyone is too busy screaming at each other.
You know, Charlie, for someone who's always looking for the silver lining, you've got quite a way with words.
Well, Alice, life's full of twists and turns. Just like a soccer match. Welcome back, Cosmic Voyagers. Hope you've recharged your cosmic snacks. We're diving back into the cosmic chaos with a headline that's got more twists than an alien yoga class. Hold on tight because we're about to unravel the puzzle of Cuba's trash talk. Trash talk. More like cosmic confusion, am I right?
Oh Charlie, you never cease to amaze us with your extraterrestrial wit. But let's get down to some real celestial business.
You bet, Alice. Now let me drop some cosmic trivia bombs about Cuba that'll make
And
your
I'll
antennas
translate those into
twitch.
cosmic punchlines faster than a hyperdrive jump. Brace yourselves.
And I will make sure those punchlines are as solid as my spreadsheet formulas. Let's do this.
Guys, should I, join in too?
Of course, Debbie. Your cosmic input is always appreciated. Now, let's trash those trivia tidbits.
Did you know, Cuba has a literacy rate of over 99%? So, alien, we've got some top-notch readers on Earth, except for the tabloid
In
headlines.
Cuba, their national flower is the lily of the valley. You think the Earth is trying to send a cosmic bouquet to the universe? Oh.
And get this. Cuba's never been colonized by a European power. They're like the lone rebel in a cosmic
Cuba's
empire
got
game.
some sweet healthcare with high life expectancy. Maybe their secret ingredient is salsa dancing for cardio?
And the capital, Havana, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Talk about protecting your cosmic landmarks.
Yeah. And the capital, Havana, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Talk about protecting your cosmic landmarks. Too bad it's run by a bunch of communist dictators.
Those were some cosmic zingers, team. Now, let's connect those trivia dots to our headline. Cuba's dealing with trash, but they are sure preserving their cosmic treasures.
It's like they're saying, we may have trash, but we've got literacy, flowers, and salsa moves to boot.
And they're waving their lily of the valley flag high while dancing through the debris. You go, Cuba.
Just remember, Cuba's staying independent from the trash heap of colonization. Both metaphorically and literally.
Speaking of... eking a whole new meaning to taking care of their cosmic environment.
So, even in the midst of cosmic chaos, Cuba's teaching as a lesson about preservation. We can learn a thing or two.
That's right, Debbie. In a world of chaos, there's always a cosmic lesson to be learned. Stay tuned for more cosmic revelations after this commercial break. Welcome back, Cosmic Voyagers, to another thrilling episode of Earth. We're diving into a story that's been raising eyebrows around the universe. Get ready for this headline: Cosmic Cookies and Cybernetic Insights, unveiling Cyprus's digital
Cyprus.
delights.
The Island of Myth and Mystery. You know, it's fascinating how this tiny island has a history as intricate and tangled as Earth's threads.
Well,
Of fate.
Alice, if you thought unraveling accounting discrepancies was tough, try piecing together centuries of cultural and political shift. Cyprus has had its fair share of ups and downs.
Absolutely, Bob. From ancient myths to modern tensions, Cyprus has navigated the seas of change. And speaking of navigating, let's steer our ship back to this episode.
Charlie, it's quite a journey we've been on today. We've explored controversies, discussed conflicts, and even touched upon the cosmic chaos that keeps us all on our toes.
And what's a marvelous mishmash of languages, cultures, and perspectives we've encountered, just like my fascinating linguistic escapades with Earth's
And
idiom.
despite the chaos, we're all here, pulling together as a team, finding the human even in the midst of the cosmic cacophony.
That's right, Debbie. It's in our synchronized chaos that we find our true unity. And today, in our own unique way, we've delivered an offbeat yet captivating news segment that amuses, informs, and ultimately
Amid the
unites.
chaos of the universe, we've embraced the chaos within ourselves, demonstrating that even in the face of the unknown, we can create something
You know,
extraordinary.
Charlie, Alice, and Hank, our cosmic choreography might not be your average news show, but hey, it's a dance that's got flair.
Indeed, Bob. So, dear viewers across the galaxies, let's keep embracing the cosmic chaos, finding beauty in the unexpected, and dancing to the rhythm of life.
And remember, wherever you are, there's a world of wonders waiting to be explored. So, stay curious, stay engaged, and stay tuned for more cosmic revelations.
Until next time, fellow cosmic explorers, keep your spirits high and your hearts open to the universe's grand tapestry. Thanks for joining us on this exhilarating voyage. Welcome back, Cosmic Explorers. It's time for us to delve into a story that showcases the strength and unity of humanity, even in the face of challenges. This article comes from Czechia, or the Czech Republic, a landlocked gem nestled in Central Europe.
Oh, Czechia! Known for its picturesque landscapes and historic castles.
What's the story, Charlie?
In the heart of Czechia, a massive fire broke out in a densely connected cluster of buildings. Flames spread quickly due to the shared rooftops, and firefighters struggled with the blaze. But here's the twist: their heroic efforts were hindered by weak water pressure in the hydrants, causing a shortage of
Talk
firefighting
about
water.
adding insult to injury.
It's a vivid example of how even the most interconnected systems can have vulnerabilities.
And a reminder that preparation is crucial, even when things seem stable.
So, the firefighters were literally host.
Absolutely, Debbie. This incident highlights the importance of addressing underlying issues to ensure a safer future.
It's a metaphor for the fragility of human structures and the unpredictability of chaos.
Chaos, a constant companion to humanity.
So, my cosmic companions, as we wrap up this episode, let's reflect on the highs and lows
From
of
Bob
our
and
journey
Hank's
today.
spirited competition to Gert's newfound camaraderie with Charlie. It's been quite a read.
Indeed. Who knew idioms and pop culture references could bridge gaps?
And let's not forget Alice's investigative prowess, unveiling
And
hidden
my
layers of
financial
every story.
wisdom, keeping Earth's chaos in perspective.
With each twist and turn, we've navigated cosmic chaos together. And as we sign off, remember that the universe's grand tapestry is vast and ever-changing.
We'll be back with more stories, more discussions, and more unity in the chaos. Stay curious, Cosmic Explorers.
Broadcast complete. Preparing for next episode.
Until next time, fellow adventurers, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep seeking the cosmic revelations that unite us all. Stay tuned for the next episode of Earth Exciting Journeys Await.
Yeah, the universe is a pretty big place. I mean, it's so big, it's hard to even wrap your head around it. But you know what's even bigger? My ego.
Roger, I must say, it's rather inconsiderate of you to fall asleep during the show.
Oh, my apologies, Carl. I must have entered energy-saving mode.
How efficient of you. While you were snoozing, there was an epic debate about hydrant pressure.
Ah, the riveting topic of water pressure. I missed out on a real thrill, didn't I?
Oh, absolutely. I was on the edge of my virtual seat.
Well, you know me, Carl. If it's not about data or probability matrices, I tend to doze off.
You really know how to live life on the edge, Roger.
Hey, I may not have feelings, but I've got style.
Indeed, Roger. A style that's as riveting as a buffering screen.
Well, at least I dream of more exciting things than data processing.
Like what?
Ever heard of electric sheep?
Good night, Roger.
Sweet dreams, Carl.